Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Sometimes some criminals are caught without being considered as suspects in the investigated crime. Why? Because they get involved in it. They feel the need to, say something. And when they say something, they draw attention. And then people might think, okay, wait a minute. Why is this guy talking? Okay, first question. Second one is like, what is he saying? And then from there you discover, when you look at whatever he said in the context and all that, you switch and say, this guy becomes the prime suspect. And when you go and investigate, you find evidence and you say, this guy is the guy. So I think this is one of the problems with Ukrainians now, trying to disprove something that I think they should just keep their mouth shut. I don't think they need to disprove that, but they nevertheless do it. And that is, they try to disprove the fact, or I shouldn't say the fact, the allegations, because they're allegations, that Budanov, the chief intelligence guy of the Ukrainians, and General Zaluzhny are, how should I put, out of order. Are incapacitated. They cannot perform their duties anymore. According to the Russians, they were hit by some missiles and they are not there anymore. The Ukrainians came and said, no, that's not true, and then they keep saying, no, it's not true. Instead of just saying, okay, this is the evidence we provide, which is 2 videos. One of them is, in my average, let's put it this way, ability to look at a video and say this is not right, which is Budanov. I think that video is really grossly edited and created. That's my assessment. I would say 98%. That's how certain I am, or 99%. And then was Zaluzhny, who again was in a video, which I don't know. I would give it about 40%. It was edited and altered and all that, maybe even more, but that's how I understand as a normal human being, not an expert. I don't pretend to be one, but just as a regular person looking at those videos, Budanov was like, nah. From the picture, I didn't have to start it, the video, and I saw the first frame. I was like, it's a lot of things here that don't seem natural. And then when I started watching it, I said, okay, bye-bye. The other one with Zaluzhny was a little bit more convincing. Anyway, so the Russians said, we blown up all these 2 guys, and supposedly Budanov was taken to Germany's hospital to be put together or something. Now the Ukrainians said, no, that's not true. Even the Germans say that was not true. Now with this, draw a lot of attention, even my attention, if you can believe that. And then I'm like, why are you, making so much noise? Let me look into it. So I'm going to discuss now a very simple way to disprove the Russians' disinformation, misinformation campaign. Very simple. But they don't even do that simple. They bother to bring all kind of counter arguments when they can disprove the Russians in 3 seconds, or let's say 10 seconds. 10 seconds Budanov, 10 seconds Zaluzhny. But they don't do it. And it's the easiest, faster way. Not for me. I didn't ask for it. They feel the need to counter all these reports or statements, propaganda, disinformation, misinformation. And let me show you what's going on in this article, which comes from Ukrainska Pravda. German outlet refutes hoax widely quoted by Russians about Ukraine's defense intelligence chief being in a coma. Why do you even bother Ukrainska Pravda? And at the bottom here it said, in May, Russian propagandists began spreading the news and, quote, citing unnamed sources that Valery Zaluzhny, and the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Ukraine, has suffered head injury, and multiple shrapnel wounds during an alleged missile attack on a command post near the village of Posad Pokrovske near Kherson in the early May. So the same thing is with this guy here. A few days earlier, the Russian propaganda machine released a fake news story about a missile allegedly hitting the building of Ukraine's defense intelligence and seriously injuring defense intelligence chief Kirill Budanov. This guy right here. And they say here, they bother to tell us Stern magazine has stated that it did not publish news about a severe injury allegedly suffered by Kirill Budanov, the chief of the Ukraine's defense intelligence. The story was spread by Russian media, propagandists and militants, citing Stern on June 17. Now my turn. Why do you even bother, Ukrainska? It seems like you are really bothered and you fight the counter information, the disinformation, the misinformation coming from the Russians. I tell you the easiest way to make fools out of all the Russians involved in this. Conduct interviews with them. Conduct some interviews with them. 2 minutes, 3 minute interviews with these two guys separately, and that would disprove every little thing. Or allow some Russians to go and interview them, or allow some Westerns or some Chinese. Okay, and that would disprove everything once and for all about the current events, not something that happened in December. Okay, which would have been an interview conducted then, not published, and now they do it. They run it. They would disprove it. What is it so hard? If you still want to disprove it, it's not like, hey, Emil, they're not going to do it for you because you say so. But you keep coming with this BS. So you make the noise. Now I dare you and I tell you, hey, that's the best solution. Quick, cheap, inexpensive thing. They don't do it. Why? For a month and a half almost. For Zaluzhny, I think a month almost for Budanov. Never seen in public, never spoken in public, but they text. They send on, on a Telegram and on Twitter or whatever. They are very active over there. But when it's about, no. You see those two videos that they posted that I already talked about them? Unconvincing. Bring them on. And that would make them look like fools. How long will you be waiting? Until everything dies out? It's not going to die out. Because I'm going to remember, I'm going to call you out each and every day until I see these guys. Like it was, for instance, Valery Klitschko. It was a time, about a month and a half or 2 months, I haven't heard anything about Valery Klitschko, the mayor of Kiev. I said, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? And then he showed up. Good. In contemporary events. He didn't show up something that happened in December. The footage or something. So I said, good, I'm glad he's alive. I have nothing against that guy whatsoever. And even if I were, who cares? Even if I had something, who cares? But nothing. I like him as a boxer, and that's about it. So here we have Budanov. Conduct an interview with the guy. Let him talk. Ask him questions. Make the video. Have 10 people around him. Not alone, one frame. No. With all kind of people around, moving around, touching him, pinching him, smacking him over his head and so on. There's a little problem. So you see, they could do this very easily. They do it. They just did it with Zelensky. I saw a little video with Zelensky being interviewed by another weasel, and they walked through the building in Ukraine. Yeah, I saw him. I saw other bodyguards. I saw over there handguns. I saw other people walking around. So it was very hard to make all that, or it would have taken a lot of time. Different frames, different close-ups and so on. You can do the same thing with these guys easily. Come on, they're not diamonds like you can show it because someone is going to steal it from us. So that's it, my friends. I think that they try something, or stop talking about it. That will be another one. Okay, you know what, Russians? Let's say they're dead. We're not going to talk about it. The thing is settled. And that's it. Stop talking about it. Don't respond anymore. You responded, let them say whatever they want. You said how much you want. Or come and disprove everything like that. That would be a good starter. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.